Try to stick to it.
Hi, everybody. We're live from JavaOne in Redwood Shores. We're at the Oracle Conference Center. And I'm joined, of course, with yet another amazing guest, the legendary Cay
Yeah, Cay.
Horstmann.
Yeah.
I've read your name and your books. And so, of course, I know of you. I've just very rarely had the privilege of pronouncing it. And so, sir, you're at JavaOne. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so here at the conference, I'm talking together with Jeff Martin about Java and WebAssembly.
Oh.
Why Java and WebAssembly? Because I figured that would get us into the conference, and it worked. So Jeff knows a lot about WebAssembly. I now know more than I ever thought possible, and I still have more questions than answers. But I have one answer. It's not ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't know how not ready it was, and now I know.
I've been hearing intermittent bits about it. I heard like a couple years ago they added garbage collection finally,
Yeah.
which is a huge thing because otherwise it was only the languages that had their own memory tracking.
Right, but it's not that they actually added garbage collection. There is a proposal that says that our grandchildren will live to see that garbage collection will have been added. So in the meantime, if you want to put it to use today, never mind all the excited blogs and demos out there.
Right.
To with a real project is tough.
Yeah. Oh, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. So
But
what?
hey, it's good to know, right? I mean, so I had high hopes. And I'd seen all these demos, and it's fantastic. I'll make my own demo, and everything worked great until that very point that I tried to make my own demo. When you take like a WASM module somewhere off the shelf, you think, how hard can this be? It works
Right.
inside the browser, so why can't it work when I call it from Java?
Right.
And there are numerous things that can and will go wrong. You can overcome them all, and so we talk about that a little bit. But it's not as plug and play as the boosters want you to believe.
Sure, not yet. At least one day, though. We hope.
Well,
You know.
I'm ending the presentation with that immortal quote from Charles de Gaulle, who said, "Brazil is the country of the future, and it always shall be."
Oh.
And so you can look at it both ways, right? But we have to
Oh.
see whether WebAssembly is going to be the same.
Oh. Well, if any language can make that work, it's Java, right? The portability, the easy bytecode, etc.
Right. But there's a big divide between Java and WebAssembly. Yeah. So that presentation should at some point go live. So.
Oh, so it's already been recorded.
No, it will be. I mean, it
Okay.
drops tomorrow.
Okay.
And it will be recorded, and so then folks can check it out.
We've got a LinkedIn user. I can't see the user's name from the streaming platform that we're using, but it says, "Hi, Josh and Cay. Nice to see you. Say hi to all my friends at JavaOne." We surely shall, but I don't know on whose behalf. If you could sign your comment there, because it just says LinkedIn user. But okay, so we're in Redwood Shores. This is, you've been here before.
Last year, yes.
Yes,
I
but
mean, it's not like it used to be, right? When
No,
there was
Moscone.
tens of thousands of people in Moscone and all over San Francisco.
Yeah.
It is a more modest scope, but still, it's a fun conference.
Very good. It's quite easy to navigate too. The only block you have to walk is to the food.
Yeah, and unfortunately, there's no beer tent, so you can't have everything. But what you can have that I actually enjoy is there's all these people who are otherwise hard to contact, right? You can
Yeah.
just walk right up to Brian Guts and
Oh,
say, "Hey,
Matthias Carlson, our friend at JFocus.
oh,
Hi, Matthias.
hi, Matthias."
Well, okay, I will pass on your regards, my friend. Okay, so you can't just walk up to.
No, here now
Oh, you
can. Right?
can.
You can just ask him any question, and it used to be very hard to get through to the people you actually wanted to talk to when there were 20,000 attendees.
Right.
Now it's a good deal.
Much better, yeah. This is quite the show. I don't know. I find the content is now focused, so there's not really bad. They cut the. It used to be there was like, talks on everything that could even conceivably be
Sure.
construed to have Java in it.
Because they wanted to have like 10 tracks, and they were all
Right.
vendor talks.
Right. Now it's just
Yeah.
direct from the source and direct from the people you want to talk to anyway. At least for me. I
Maybe a
never.
little bit more AI then, but
Fair.
It's sign
Yeah.
of the times.
You say as I'm preparing for my 2 o'clock AI talk. No, I mean I did see some holograms in the expo floor.
Okay.
That's pretty cool. I didn't think that was a thing I'd see at a JavaOne.
I haven't even gone to the expo thing yet.
Oh yeah, it's
I've
down
been
this.
so busy. Yeah.
I kind of wandered in there because I was like looking for the restrooms, and I remembered it being in that hall. I was talking to somebody. I took the left instead of the right, and it's like, oh, this is not where I should go to the bathroom, but it's really cool nonetheless.
I had one in it. There was no beer, and then said, "I'll check it out later."
Yeah. So you have. I mean, look, I've had your books for nigh on 20 plus years. I mean, what's your background? Why do this instead of becoming a rich and billionaire?
Yeah. Maybe what makes you think it? Well, the books didn't make me a billionaire. No, they didn't.
Sorry.
No, it's actually I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
30 some years ago, 31 years ago now,
Yeah.
my friend Gary Cornell gave me a call and said, "Kai, we're going to write a Java book." That was before there was Java.
Right.
And,
Very very prophetic of him.
yes. Oh, he
Very prescient.
really, that was a very smart move. So Java was about to come out. He heard about it. I mean, I heard about it too, but not. I didn't really pay much attention.
Who would you?
But he realized it was going to be big.
Right.
Both of us in the end were surprised how big it was going to get. But he got a book contract. We learned it over Christmas.
Yeah.
Then I tried to write some sample programs. None of them worked because the documentation was, let's say, aspirational. And then I got a research license for the source code, which you could, at the time, it wasn't open source.
Right.
But they would give a professor a research license.
Right.
And so then I read through the implementation of AWT and stuff and say, well, this stuff can't actually work. And then
You weren't wrong.
we wrote a whole bunch of programs that did work and pointed out what doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it was really popular.
Yes, it was, and still is.
And it goes. It's now in its 14th edition. Now it's covering Java 25. It'll be in its 15th edition in 18 months when it covers Java 29.
29?
25?
25. Did you say 20?
Yeah, I mean, it'll cover whatever the LTSs are.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay.
Right now, the LTSs are the ones that are congruent 1, modulo 4.
Right.
And, that might change.
Right,
I mean,
right.
Java versioning, right? I mean,
Sure.
it has to change at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had like 4 different versioning schemes. I mean, it's time for
Not to mention different monikers. Java SE, what's that?
Exactly.
Yeah. But at least we didn't have to go through the hurdles that Java J2EE went. J2SE.
Yeah.
Well, no, we did actually.
Now it's Jakarta, right? So
Yeah, but it was J2EE, Java EE, and Jakarta E. We've just had J2SE, and then just Java SE. Do they still call it standard edition? I don't know.
No.
Just Java then.
yeah.
So it has changed 3 times.
Yeah. Oh, and remember when they had like 1.1 and 1.2 and
Oh, the versions.
5,
Oh yeah, 1 to 5, then 5.
Yeah. Now, and I actually thought that in 2025 they would take that unique point and change over to years.
Right.
Because at some point, Java 47. I mean,
It's gonna look weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was very happy when we reached Java 24 because that means that we have a Java version that is mathematically proven to be 3 times greater than Java 8, which is important, right? Because I'm all about leaving Java 8 in the past whenever we can.
Yeah, I long left it, except for this WebAssembly presentation.
Yeah.
I did have to write some Java 8 code.
Why?
Because TVM, which translates Java to WebAssembly, only handles Java 8.
Oh, bar. That is that's a
so I would
reason
like
enough.
to use Graal, and Graal was not quite ready yet.
I see. Okay, well, it's interesting.
Yeah. I had forgotten how to write Java 8 code. It's actually
Verbose.
Everyone says Java never changes, and that's of course not true at all. The kinds of idioms that we used in Java 8 are quite different.
But you could take the old code and run it on the new one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's just that you
But it's just the other
shouldn't.
way around,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad we're moving on.
Well, yeah, it's in it, and boy, what speed? So you've been looking at Java 25. What are your Oh, hello from the mainframe team at Broadcom. That's my company. Hi. What are your thoughts on the latest and greatest in Java? Like Java 26 just got announced yesterday.
Yeah. I mean, I think from a programmer's point of view, there's nothing exciting in Java 26. That's
You don't think they do-
actually final, right? There's a bunch of previous stuff.
HTTP client stuff is HTTP
I
3.0.
I don't think that I care.
Yeah.
I mean, would I write my program any different? I would just
No.
So and I mean the real improvements in 26 are performance improvements, right?
Oh yeah, and they're there for real.
So performance, that's always good because then I don't have to do anything extra. No, what I'm waiting for is Valhalla, of course.
Yes.
And so
Oh.
I've been giving a bunch of presentations this spring about so you can build it from scratch. There's now actually a build that handles the bang syntax with the exclamation mark.
Oh, for the nullability,
Yeah,
no restriction.
So you have to build, you have to check it out and build the B world branch, B
Yeah.
for bang,
Right.
and it partially works. So it's and you can definitely see the performance. So
Yeah.
that's what I do in the presentation.
Oh, it's
I
huge.
show how to actually measure it.
The performance is what. So they don't even have all the flattening that we've like. Right now, it's just primitives, unboxing, and things like that, right?
It'll do some amount of flattening, so you can coach it. What you have to do is you have to use some annotations where there's no syntax yet.
Right.
But I can get an array of points of 128-bit points with two doubles. I can get it perfectly flat. So I have to say two things. I have to say I don't want null.
Yeah.
And I'm okay if it shares.
Right. Which yeah.
It's bigger than 64-bit, and if you do that, you can't. It gets flattened.
So that's a good point, right? The size of the pointer at some point, if the object itself is bigger than the size of the pointer, it becomes more efficient just to pass around the pointer, right? The reference.
It depends whether it's efficient, right? It's
right.
Just
or dense.
pass it around, sure. But if you actually want to do computations,
right.
you have a million points.
You just keep that in the CPU. That's density.
You don't want to have a million things in the heap if you don't have to.
Right. And not to mention you don't have to find a million needles in a haystack.
Well, the thing is, it's you don't have locality.
Right. Yeah.
So you run through that array, and each time it's in a different cache line. Performance is terrible. So you really don't want that. And so performance is already is very good, and you have to have a bit of the mental model of what actually happens inside the VM.
Right.
And I just really hope they're going to start rolling it into a mainline JDK.
Well, I saw that video from the Java YouTube channel in January. Didn't they flirtingly suggest it might be in Java 28, right? Like,
I've heard various rumors like that too.
Like,
so I hope it won't be like Brazil.
Yeah. I've tried the experimental build. I've been following it, and if you look at the Git repository, not the repo, mailing list and all that, just a flurry of activity in the last 6 months in particular. It seems like they're integrating.
Oh yes.
Like they're getting into a place where it's not just a kind of concept.
I'm with you there.
Yeah. Oh, so exciting.
Yeah, I was also told that the next there'll be 27, 28. I've heard variously, but 29 for sure. There should be something.
A preview.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In preview, yeah.
We hope.
Yes.
Like, again, these are not.
Yeah,
we don't know anything.
We neither of us works for Oracle.
Yeah.
Don't trust our predictions.
Right.
But
and like I said, I think I saw a video. I think it was a.
Yeah, I know. That Nikolai had something.
Yeah. So.
But not everything that Nikolai says is.
It's true. It's true. Whatever. Either way, try it out now. That's where the message here is: don't wait a year to try it out. Try it out now because you can. There's a perfectly workable early access build. You can run everything else on it right now as well. So
don't rely on the one that you can download because that one is only updated every few months.
I heard they just released one
I know
yesterday.
That's just for the conference, and it'll
atrophy.
It'll just sit there for a while. It's easy enough to build it.
Yeah.
Just get over the hump and learn how to build it.
Right.
And then you're independent.
And they are moving very quickly. I mean, it is again. This is the thing about Valhalla. Has been like as Brian Getz has been so fond of reminding us. It's been a decade-long plus endeavor and enterprise. So I can't wait to see that land. Okay, so Valhalla, you're excited about that? That's coming up.
Yep.
Java 25. The
the other thing that I like about 25 is now you can finally use virtual threads without having to worry in an LTS release without having to worry about pinning unsynchronized.
Right. Huge.
So that's big.
Huge.
And because I used to give these presentations about the virtual threads and said, you guys, stop writing this reactive code. It's hard to write. It's hard to maintain. And now, and everyone said, I've heard all of these rumors and I've read a blog. And so now that problem is essentially gone.
Let's put an advocate on the spot here. We heard in a video, Billy Carando from Oracle, that we heard in a video. Was I hallucinating when I saw a video earlier this year suggesting that there might potentially, with some hope of plausibility, of a hint of possibility, be a preview of Valhalla in 28?
maybe, possibly, hopefully, no guarantees.
Right. Okay. I didn't make that date up, that number, right? Like, did somebody say that it was maybe under 28?
Maybe,
I think I did.
don't know.
I saw a video.
Don't put my name.
Yeah, yeah.
Scratch that name.
I'm pretty sure I saw it in a video, right? Like, otherwise I made it up. I don't know. I got nothing. Thank you, Billy Crando from Oracle. I love that guy. He's the best. So anyway, we heard it here, which is that he doesn't know.
Or that
So-
he's not allowed to say anything.
Well, I think look, I could be wrong, and that is more often than not the case.
I did hear
Yeah.
the same thing. So
And look, like and subscribe the Java YouTube channel. It's quite the good resource. Wow, the Java's secret plans leaked.
yes,
This is the one. I remember this.
There's Nikolai.
Yeah, and so they had Brian. Like, didn't they? Huh? Plan for 2026, Valhalla. Like, I think Java. There we go. Project Loom.
That's okay.
Yeah, well, whatever. I'm pretty sure. Look, either way, it can't come too soon. Is all I'm trying to say.
Can't come so too soon.
It's
yeah.
the work that's been done in the JDK has been
Oh yeah, I mean, and
Phenomenal.
continues to, right? I just got an update on Leiden, and that's also interesting, and
yeah, Leiden. Even today, if you're just looking at Leiden as it exists today, I did it in the keynote yesterday, right? I did as my little meager contribution to the epic keynote that was the opening keynote yesterday. I did a secure, agentic, observable Spring Boot service.
Yeah.
But they gave me a lot of time. They gave me 3.5 minutes, and this isn't
Oh,
Python.
yeah.
This isn't
so fast. Yes.
This is not
It's amazing
Python.
How fast you can type. Yes.
Well, no, but it's also amazing how little I have to type, right? This is not Python. I don't revel in wasting time. So they gave me 3.5 minutes. So I tried to make it last as long as I could, but I built the whole system in like 2.5 minutes. So I had time to tell jokes about JavaScript and to do a Leiden AOT demo, and it was still 3 minutes and 6 seconds. You know.
Yeah. So one thing that I
was
noticed
awesome.
myself. So years ago, I would talk to someone who says, we're doing the startup and we're using Node, and I was always saying, what? And they would say, well, because it's the same language on the for the UI as for the server, which I always thought was a crummy reason. But
Right.
whatever. And I guess nowadays it doesn't matter anymore, right? Now you
Right.
can actually tell your chatbot to generate something in an actual technology,
Yeah.
and use Spring or Quarkus or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I mean it's just so much better. And
The experience is
I
so much better.
I hated
Yeah.
dealing with Node.
So, and did you see the TM Dev Lab report that came out in February? As we record this, friends, it's March of 2026. There's this is MCP. It's a protocol for AI,
Yeah.
and this came out about a month ago, and they compared Node, Python, Go, and of course Java with Spring AI. And the results are not even close. Like for average latency, Java was 0.83 milliseconds compared to Python's 26.45.
I mean, you never write an actual production server in Python, right?
Or Go though, even Go was slower, right? The memory was the throughput, the RPS for Java was better. The latency was better. The memory was terrible for Java, but who cares? The average CPU was like a third of Node and Python, and still 10% or no, 4%, 3% less than Go, right? I mean, it's really good.
Do you actually want to write business logic in Go?
Nope, no, thank you. No, because that's the thing. I think the people glom onto Go because they think it's self-evident, which is to say there's very little room for abstraction. But I think that's also in the large, that's going to be a big problem, you know?
Yeah, no, it's like eating soup with a fork.
Yeah. It's like what?
It's like eating soup with a fork.
Exactly. The same thing that makes it self-evident for the hello world is going to be a big problem when you start to scale that code base up. And that is the end goal, right? Is to have software that endures long enough for it to become big software.
Yeah. And I mean, it may make if you want to write another Kubernetes, it's one thing. but we don't do that. I mean, we
Yeah.
write
Business apps
yeah,
and
exactly something
things that
domain specific where you want to be able to describe the domain in the language.
right, which requires a level of abstraction above the idioms of the language.
Yeah.
That was a great thing too as well. We saw that yesterday. We had in the keynote we had NVIDIA, right,
Yeah.
talking about their models and their performance there,
Yeah.
and then we had Uber, right, like the thing that was driven home I think was which is Java is still used by everybody, every nation state, every government, every organization.
What else are you going to use?
I don't know.
Yeah,
If you want conciseness, I could understand. Is it concision or conciseness?
precisely. Yeah.
Conciseness. If you want conciseness, you might have had an argument 15 years ago, but today's Java is just as brief as any other language I could find. You know.
I mean, there's some historical baggage.
Sure.
But you know, it's not that Python is a spring chicken, right? Python is older than Java, actually.
And it is, yeah.
Yeah, and okay, Go is younger, but yes.
Yeah.
And I see people loving Rust, and I would love Rust too if I had the problem that it solved.
Right.
But I mean, you don't have that for business applications.
Nope. The reach of Java, I think, has grown. I saw a nice a talk. Was it downstairs? Maybe there's a talk on teaching Java to young people, like for students, first timers.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on that? Is that become more difficult or easier or what?
Here's the thing with the teaching.
You have some experience
Yes,
here.
so I was a professor for many years. I've taught Java. I actually wrote the little known fact, the Java subset for the AP CS exam, where I tried
Really?
very hard to get on everything that's not completely necessary for writing an exam. Everyone else wanted to dump more stuff in, and I said, no, take it out.
Less
I
is
almost
more.
succeeded. The only thing that I'm still sore about is that I was not able to kick out arrays. I just wanted array lists because first, why should the poor students have to worry about arrays versus array lists?
Yeah.
That's nothing to do with programming.
Right.
It's just the thing.
Unless you're doing high performance programming,
Yeah.
which Valhalla will solve.
At any rate, so yes, I do my way around the ad world there, and so 10 years or so there was a big shift away from Java. Java used to be the preeminent language for teaching.
Right.
And so then they all moved to Python. And so everyone said, well, we're doing that because we hate public static void main. But that was always bullshit. The reason we moved to Java was, of course, we hated C++. But what Java was cool about is you could do real projects, something that would grab the hearts and minds of students. Write a server.
It scales.
You could connect it. Well, that doesn't really matter so much when you teach an intro course.
Right.
But you want to be able to do something that's real.
Right.
And so you were able to like I say, write a server, connect to databases, write a user interface.
Right.
In 1999, that was a very cool thing.
Yep.
And you couldn't do any of those things in C++ without killing yourself.
Well,
And so
without overworking.
Yeah. But so we all moved to Java, and really it was because it had this pathway to cool stuff.
agree.
Python, then many years later, that was the cool language if you wanted to do data science, which
Right.
People like to do.
Sure.
And if you wanted to do machine learning, which at the time people wanted to do. Now we no longer do that, right? Because we just connect to the LLMs. But it was a thing. And to do that in Java was genuinely painful. Right. Even today, you can now run Java in a Jupyter notebook. That stuff's getting better. But if you then actually want to plot something, I just went through this yesterday. I wanted to demo a notebook, and it's a pain. There's no really, well, let me backtrack. In Python, there's no good plotting library either.
Right.
There's Matplotlib, which must have the worst UI design known to man. But the chatbots know it inside out. So
Right.
you can say, make me this plot, and in Java that's not there. And that's why in the universities, they said, we want to do interesting projects. In the end, what language it is doesn't make that much of a difference because they teach programming and they
Right.
don't teach like a specific industry skill.
Right.
Um,
They're not
uh,
vocational schools.
And so there has been this move away from Java and into Python. The other thing is Python runs nicely in the browser these days.
Yes, it does.
So you don't even have to give the students anything to install. Well, in my presentation tomorrow, my co-presenter Jeff Martin will show how you can run an entire Java IDE in the browser, but
What?
it still is it's experimental. It's not something.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, it's much better than the playground we're looking at there right now. The playground is very minimal.
Right. But it is kind of, so for people who don't know, there is dev.java, which is a TLD, which is nice, /playground. And you can actually run Java 26 features in there.
I've been telling them for years, but what they should really need to do with it. Like the very first thing you want to do with the playground, you want to make it so that you can embed it in your own web page.
Right,
And
right,
you want
right.
to make it so that you can have it spit out a magic URL that has your code snippet encoded, so that you
Right.
can give it to someone.
Like a
and
gist.
say- exactly, like a gist. Yes, and also it doesn't have any feature comforts like tab completion or anything like that.
Right. And the samples are still using system.out when you could be using io.println.
Yes. So it doesn't get the kind of love that it deserves.
Oh, look at this. Hi from Madrid. I love the keynote you did yesterday. Long live Java. Heck yeah. Thank you very much. Muchísimas gracias, amigo. Thank you for that. My friend, I'm a huge fan. Where do people look? I've got old. I should have brought if I had but thought about something. I'm not really much of a thinker. You might have noticed that in our brief friendship. But if I had been any kind of thoughtful person at all, I would have brought one of your books and had them signed. I'm very chagrined that I did not. But where can other people who want to learn from one of the what do you know the term OG, original greats, right? Like one of the OG teachers of computer science and Java. Where do people go to learn more about you, your books, your efforts?
Well, that's a good question. So watch the space, because I just got the rights back to one of my books from the publisher, and I need to do something with it. So what my plan is that I'm going to add in every 6 months whatever's new in Java, and I want to make it interactive so that there'll be like little code challenges. And the idea is you read a little bit, you try something out, and so I'll start with it right after the spring conference circuit is over.
Yeah.
And I don't yet know exactly where and how you'll be able to sample and buy, but there will be a way.
Okay, so do you have a website in the meantime?
Well, it will be advertised on my very own personal website, horstmann.com.
Oh, so HORSTMANN.com.
Yes.
Okay, and
so I have a blog on there, and you can get the RSS feed the old-fashioned way.
yes.
And I have a Mastodon account, my one and only social media presence.
Okay, that's awesome. I love Mastodon. It's open. You could sell that book as like an ongoing subscription. It gets charged every 6 months. Oh, I sign me up. I'd be very happy to.
Yes.
Do you know Mala Gupta?
Yes.
People like you, of course, and Bruce Eckel.
Yeah.
And there's a few people in the world that I reach, whose books I reach for the latest and greatest. Bruce doesn't write about Java these days, so I'm glad you're still doing the good work.
Yeah. But we all have the same problem, that the publishers are no longer publishing.
Yeah. Well, they're not just not publishing
we
books.
need to somehow all get together and become, Authors United.
Java Press. Oh no, J Press.
Well, this hasn't been done. My former co-author had exactly that idea 20-some years ago and founded A Press. But then A Press was bought out by Springer.
Yes.
And now that's not publishing anything anymore either.
Really? I didn't know that.
No.
I published 3 books with them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
So now all they do is sell their backlist.
I didn't realize.
Yeah, it's all very sad. So that's why I say United Authors. So
okay,
let's go.
I think writers of the world unite.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for everything, for all your books, for all your efforts and your presence here. Aren't you retired? You're just here because you're awesome, right?
I guess I'm supposed to be retired, but then what would I do?
I know.
So my wife keeps reminding me, saying, "Aren't you retired? Aren't you supposed to be at home sometimes?"
I want to be like him
So
one day, sir.
So I'm a very happy unretired person.
You're amazing. You've changed my life. I told you this off camera, but I read your books and I got started, and I really appreciate it.
Well,
thank you.
Now he's eclipsed the master. So.
No, quite the opposite. Thank you, everybody. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for the nice comments. Valhalla, hopefully 28, but we don't know. Bye.
Bye.